Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cat Sports. And now, a request from my father. We're going to start the show with this.
The Bears still suck.
Everybody sing it.
The Bears still suck. The Bears still suck. The Bears still suck. The Bears still suck. They really suck. Yes, the Bears still suck.
So, yes, post game, right? Lions winning today. Barely, luckily winning today.
Am I supposed to be happy or sad today? What am I supposed to feel about
You're supposed
this?
to feel relieved and happy. What the
You
hell?
mean relieved like taking a massive shit?
This was going to be the first real rant of the season.
Oh, I was
at
ready.
the end of the third quarter.
I
Yes.
was
This was going to
absolutely,
be the first
positively ready.
carpet F-bombing that we were going to do on this
Yes.
show.
Yes.
And it went from
We
that.
were going to drop a Moab of F-bombs on this show
It was
today.
going to be epic. And then Jared Goff defused the bomb.
Well, like Harold, before we
So.
started doing the show, he made a great, and he'll dwell on it more. He made a great comment that we played good enough to win in the last 5 minutes.
Played 5 minutes of football. You
We
did
played
win
5 minutes of football.
31-20 to 26. And, it's a good win overall, but you should not
It's
have
a
won.
win. It
A
has
win
to
is
be
a win.
And
It's
the
8-2,
reason
and you got to be happy with that. But it's like a kind of kissing your sister moment.
Well, and the only
You know?
reason the Lions won is because
Luck.
the Bears still suck.
and
And that is the only reason. Because if we had played anybody probably else, we would have lost that game
But
pretty bad.
That whole first half, I was like, "You effing frauds!
in
You
God's name
frauds!
As a-
You made me believe in you.
as a Lions fan,
You
though,
made me forget 40
was
years
ready.
of following you and getting kicked
I
in the
was
balls.
ready to drag Sheila Hamp Ford from Ford Field.
Hey, no
and
violence, please.
tie her to the back of my bumper and drag her around the
No
city.
violence.
I was just that mad. I was ready to toss her back on the ash heap of her parents' grave. And
Oh my God, this is getting too
graphic.
This is
graphic.
I was so mad and so infuriated by that.
But I'm going to start actually talking about the Bears and Justin Fields today because he did not look bad at all. He threw 16 for 23 and for a touchdown for 151 yards, and then he ran on you. He ran on you for another 104 yards.
That was the thing. We can't stop a mobile quarterback.
Well, it does not bode well for us down the stretch because we're not going to feel comfortable no matter who we're playing today. You know, we watched Green Bay beat San Diego today, and we got to play them in 4 days. I'm worried. You're not going to be able to watch a game the rest of the year with thinking that it's a shoe-in. There is no more shoe-ins. These guys, I don't know if it was that they didn't show up today, and just like I said, or what the problem was, but that was as bad a football team the first 3 quarters that I have seen in.
I don't know what most Lions fans are expecting out of this team. I hear a lot of just win a division, win a playoff game. No, we're in a championship run. You're going to go all in or not. None of this just win our division and host a playoff game shit and hope for the best. No, guys, we got a chance to win the conference here. And you can't play like that.
No.
You cannot let a team come in here who is that bad, and the Bears are, and run all over you like that, throw all over you like that. You didn't get any pressure on Fields until Hutchinson, basically, and McNeil got 1 sack, but Hutchinson, who hadn't even gotten a sack in 3 weeks, finally got home.
Right. But you got to work toward progressive goals here.
Yeah.
I mean, the only goal right now, we're not talking playoffs. We're not talking Super Bowl. We're not talking any of that stuff. We're talking one goal: win the division.
Yes.
Win the division. When we do that,
on track.
Then we're then we can talk about the playoffs.
And might I add, I don't mean
win that division, and you can't do that losing to the Bears and the Packers.
As bad as
They suck. They're Bears do.
Yeah.
But they are horrid.
As bad as I would say the defense was for the first, 3 quarters of that
game. The defense wasn't even the problem. It's the fact you turned it over 5 times.
The defense cannot do anything when the offense puts you in bad spots.
Exactly.
When you throw 3 interceptions, when you fumble a kick, 2 or 3 of those turnovers were in scoring position for the Bears
Most
already.
of them were off those points.
And that's what happens. You can't do that. Goff looked bad. There was a couple of them where it looked like there was some miscommunication with the routes, and he was either thrown to the wrong spot or the receiver wasn't knowing where he was supposed to be at. They looked really, really shaky out there.
Yeah. Goff ended up throwing for 223 yards, was 23 of 35, did throw 2 touchdowns, and he did have 3 interceptions. That last one really wasn't on him. It did get tipped. But hopefully this is his bad day, right? Usually everybody has at least one bad day throughout the year. Hopefully this is.
We can't have any more of them, guys. This is a win.
I don't mind a bad day against a team like Baltimore. If that's what's going to do it. You cannot.
And it depends how bad of a bad day you have.
Bears, and they didn't. They didn't. We should.
No, that's the one bright spot. Is we're 8-2.
They came back in the last 3-4 minutes.
Yes.
And J-Mo scores a big touchdown.
Again, God, what is with that guy? The 3 biggest catches he has are all touchdowns.
That's what he's there for, scoring big ones. So and Goff played atrocious for the vast majority of the game, but he came back and had 2 drives.
He was playing with a loaded diaper. Let me tell you, he was terrible.
Because you're played against one of the shittiest teams in football, you were able to come back.
Yes.
I don't even know what that last play was, or Hutchinson basically just swiped.
Well, it's about time. I mean,
I think they were so defeated. Justin Fields was so defeated by that point, going, "What do I got to do to win this game?" And
the guy did basically everything. The guy played.
Yes. Well, let's talk about the stats for the Bears. They had 25 first downs compared to our 23. They had a third down efficiency of 5 of 13. We were 8 of 11. When we were on third down, we were converting it. They were 2 for 2 on fourth down conversions. You could not stop them on fourth down if they went for it. They had 71 total plays to our 59. We had basically the same amount of total yards, same amount of drives. They had a yard less per play. But the biggest thing on here is they had the ball for 20 more minutes than we did.
That's because you turned the ball over.
Right.
Not even that. Right. They just ran the ball.
How many turnovers?
And ate up the clock.
They had 5 turnovers?
They had 5 in total.
Well, I saw, 3 interceptions.
How do you... 4
turnovers. And 1 fumble.
3 interceptions, 1 fumble. And then they had 1 fumble at the very end of the game, which was the safety that Hutchinson caused. But actually, no. There was another fumble. There was 2 fumbles by the Bears. Just one ended up being a safety.
Okay.
Well, we're going to count that last one. Okay. I think that was just...
It's a safety, so it doesn't count as a fumble.
Oh, okay. Well,
but technically, he fumbled it and got kicked out.
How you could even be in that position to win at all at the end of the game when you have when you play that badly for 3.5 quarters.
I don't know. All I can say is God must be a Lions fan right now.
At the moment,
they had something on their side.
I don't have.
They had something on their side.
How they came back in that game, other than the fact
and I don't remember any big injuries happening today.
No, nothing. I thought Goff went down.
I almost thought Goff got hurt too,
and I was like, oh well, this was bound to happen.
So that was like,
thank God.
That's going into a short week.
Again, another bright spot, guys. Is these are games that the Lions in the past would have lost.
Oh, sure, for sure.
Big.
That was like I was driving home from work, so I didn't get to see the comeback kind of part of it. So I still have to watch the highlights.
You'll have to watch highlights of it.
I got to see the last minute, last touchdown and stuff, and that was pretty cool and stuff. But it's like they played 55 minutes of atrocious football.
Yes.
And then the last 5 minutes came back and
they scored 17 straight points. The Bears just suddenly went dry. And
they played like the Bears.
I can't help like the Bears. Justin Fields. I've always liked him. I always thought he was.
I think he's a fairly decent quarterback.
But I don't know if he's got anything.
He has one of the worst teams you could ever want to play for.
I mean, he had a good pass to DJ Moore early on in the game.
Yeah, he looked sharp.
Deep ball, he was able to do that. Justin Fields is a capable quarterback. He's just stuck in Chicago.
So who would you guys say is our positive players that we had playing today?
It would have been the running backs. You got Montgomery, you got Gibbs.
Absolutely, no, without a doubt, Montgomery was one of the shining stars today, and Gibbs keeps proving, ever since that breakout game against the Raiders, that he is a legit NFL running back. He could actually start for this team if he wanted to.
Yes.
But we just got Monty. He could be a starter anywhere else.
Yeah, Montgomery rushed for 76 yards today. Gibbs rushed for 36. Jared Goff had his little run.
Would you guys say regarding those two, we probably have the best the running back team in the NFC at least?
It's there. I believe
they're certainly close. I mean, they're as good as anybody else. If there might be one that has better stats, but I think they're every bit as good as they. You got to give a star to JMO today just because he did something positive for a change.
I mean, that guy
came up big.
Finally,
we needed it. That we had to have that touchdown.
2 receptions for 44 yards.
I was just texting out just before that happened.
But
I'm like, hey,
Ed said it was a 50-yard bomb. What was it?
They need to make
JMO
go
like
long.
30.
Okay. So
it was near 40 yards.
Whatever. I don't care. We had to have it. We had to have it.
And they did it fast. They went down fast at the end of the game to make sure stuff got done. Like again,
but they're not going to be able to get away
5
with
minutes
this,
of football.
Guys. This does not. You cannot expect just to come back in the last 5-10 minutes anymore.
Nope.
Right. Well, again,
you do have the capability of doing it and winning, as you saw today.
But good teams don't do that.
But you don't do that
like
often.
I said earlier, we're on our way to a championship. I'm not thinking playoffs.
Right.
I'm not just thinking playoffs and home advantage. And if we get our ass kicked, oh, so be it. No. I'm looking for a Super Bowl, guys. That's what every Lions fan should want.
I'm not looking for a Super Bowl. Like I said, I'm looking for
if we can get there, yes.
I one step at a time. A division is a must. If you don't win the division, I consider the season a failure. You built up that lead. If you let Minnesota come back,
yes,
and beat us and win this division, which is a very, very real possibility. It's up to them. Like I said, I hope Denver might be the only team up till they play us right now that looks like they have a shot to beat them.
Yep. We don't know how close we came.
And they could have a shit game like we just had and lose to a crap team. Yep. They're very capable of it just like we are. So who knows? But I'm just saying that they're there. And if you lose to them, I don't care. You this season is a failure.
You don't know how close we came to just basically ruining our season today. Honestly, I think if we would have lost, the air would have came out of the Tigers.
Now you have the opportunity to sweep 3 divisions.
Play a home playoff game. You would have risked the division. You would have risked a lot. There's a lot to lose in these last few games, guys.
Right. We are done. And the thing is, too, is that those people who are complaining that we're putting too much pressure on them is that they're the ones that set these things. We've listened to this all summer. We've listened to it up to this point. They've hyped them to death.
Absolutely.
They are the ones that set these expectations up. They're the ones wanting our fans to go nuts, who have people spent thousands of dollars, including us, to go travel to these games, to support this team.
Regular working people spending these dollars.
Them to, if you're going to pump yourselves up, which they have, then you don't get mad when people get pissed off that you don't reach your expectations.
Best starting record since 1962 at 8-2. We'll see if they can reach.
Were born then, man. I wasn't even born then.
Nope.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if they can reach a 9-2 record.
But it is a win
on Thursday.
Let's keep it going.
Well, like I said, you got at the very least you got Green Bay and Chicago next, right? We shouldn't lose to those teams.
Green Bay just beat the Chargers.
Green Bay and the Saints.
They should play
at home.
Oh, they play.
I mean,
the Saints before they play Chicago. So, well, that's 4 games. You should beat the Saints. So, you're talking. They should be at the very least 11-2 over the next 3 weeks.
And now I'm hoping I'm hoping there's
What
a
did we say, Mike,
primetime
at the
game.
beginning of this season? 14-3.
Well, that
Well, you
that
said
I thought was
14-3.
I
I said
said
13-4. He said like 11 and
I thought 11, right?
11.
But as they get closer
11
to
and
that,
6?
these
Really?
expectations. Well, I was trying to be generous.
Yeah.
I
said
didn't. I
13
really
and
didn't
4.
think that we'd have the collapse in our division that we had. I thought the Bears and the Packers would be better than what
you
they
are
were.
right about that. We all thought that
I
this
thought
was
that
going to
they-
be a dogfight every week in our division, and it is going down the stretch. I mean, today was a dogfight,
Right?
And you do have the chance to sweep 3 divisions if you didn't know that.
And
Yeah.
the thing is,
You could
we
sweep the
thought-
AFC West, you could sweep the NFC South, and you
Yep.
still have the opportunity to
Right.
sweep your division.
And we
Yep.
thought 11-6 was you had a good chance to win the division. I don't feel that way anymore. I think you're going to need at least 12, 13 wins to win this division.
We've got some tough games coming up.
Things change. Like I said, every
and you
week
cannot
the NFL is
just-
crazy.
drink the blue Kool-Aid and think that you're going to waltz in and pull out a victory on these guys. That's might have been going through these guys today. They might have been thinking, hey, these guys suck and it shouldn't be much of an effort.
Right.
And they found out.
You better not be patting yourself on the back too much for even today, because you shouldn't. You played like crap for 3.5 quarters. So you're going to be playing Green Bay, another horrible team, on Thanksgiving.
Who just
Don't make
beat
us
San
throw up our
Diego at
Thanksgiving
San
dinner,
Diego.
man.
I'm sorry. I always call them San Diego. L.A.
Right.
Yeah.
They'll always be the San Diego Chargers to me.
Right. And they should be. That is kind of
So-
upsetting.
But
Even though. But I'm just saying, don't make us throw up our dinner on Thanksgiving. All
Looking
right?
forward to it,
Win the game.
But so all that being said, if you like what you know, like, comment, subscribe, share the
Happy
video.
Thanksgiving, everybody.
Let us know what you think, and to end
Go
it,
Lions!
we'll end it again with our lovely song.
Still suck. The Bears still suck. The Bears still suck. The Bears still suck.
Do they make the Packers still suck?
I don't think so, because this was made by a Packers fan.
Yes, the Bears still suck.
Right.
I'm old. I can't.
See
dance
ya,
anymore.
everybody.
Bye.